Hi everyone, welcome back. So in the last video we took a shot at some of the attributes that can be customized for an ion item such as href button. We called a do something method that was triggered when we clicked on ion item. We set the icon to the rightmost of the ion item using the property detail true and detail icon. So there were quite some properties. Now we will move forward in the direction and look at the rest of the attributes. So detail and detail icon are done, and now we will go to the explanations at the top, and we have to study about item placement. So item uses named slots in order to position content. Okay, so we have learned about slots before while we learned ionic toolbar. So here they are again, and now there are only two slots, start and end. So let's play with them. We have got three labels in the ion item, and by default they follow left to right convention. That is, the item that is put on the top is displayed in the leftmost part of the ion item, then label 2 and then label 3. But what if I make some changes using slots? So let me put a slot on label 1 and let that slot be end. Let me save it, and you can see the changes. Now these, what happens, as I give this slot end, there is a normal flow inside ion item, and that is L to R, left to right, and this slot end disturbs, और कह सकते हैं कि थोड़ा सा उसको नहीं मानता, and we force this ion label to go to the end slot and break the normal flow of ion item. So what happens when, if we go to the first, it is written that the slot is end, it will place the label 1 at the endmost slot, that is on the rightmost part, and then ion label, the next label will start from left and then it will go to label 3. So at present label 2 is on the leftmost, as nothing is written, so it will follow the default flow, label 3 to the right of label 2 and label 1 at the rightmost. If I give the last label a slot of start, I think now what happened, and label 1 will be placed at the rightmost corner, label 2 will be placed at the first part, I mean on the first position, and label 3 will be placed to the left of even label 2. Let's see what happens. Okay, so label 3 is placed at the start, and then label 2 and then label 1, and some default spaces are also put here. So we can deduct from this display that what does slots mean. So start means putting something in the leftmost in LTR, and the normal flow puts label 2 on the right of label 3, and again the forced slot attribute places the label 1 at the endmost part or the rightmost part of the normal left to right flow. So I think slots are pretty clear. Let me just control Z so that we can come back to the normal flow. So slots are pretty cool. Let's go to text alignment. Items left align text and add an ellipsis when the text is wider than the item. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's make this label 1 a bit longer. If I save it, let's see what the behavior will be. Okay, you can see after this is a long, there are 3 dots, and these 3 dots are known as ellipses. So text adds an ellipsis. Okay, See the CSS utilities documentation for classes that can be added to an item to transform the text. Okay, let's see. So there are some CSS utilities because the text is not clearly visible here. So maybe with the help of some CSS utilities we can transform the text. So we are not interested in because there are a lot of CSS utilities for text, but what I want to show you is actually two classes. One is iron text justify and the other is iron text wrap. You can do a whole lot of things with there are a lot of CSS utilities. You can test them and see the differences. So let's do one thing. Put this on iron label, and class is iron text wrap. Let me open our app and let me save it. Okay, now you can see the difference. It's clearly visible. The text is now spanned across the 3 different lines, and it fits itself in the width that is provided to it by the iron item. Now one more thing I want to do an iron text justify, and for this I am not going to write another class. I will just write it here only, iron text justify. I save it, and you can see the text is actually justified. So let me remove these buttons because I want to select the text. See, the iron text is justified. So with the help of two classes, iron text wrap and iron text justify, we can display the whole text even if it is long, and as the design whatever the design wants. It always depends upon the design that is needed in our application. We can customize the input elements and the text. Only we are going to learn only this much in CSS utilities, because there are quite few things that I want you to learn. Input highlight items containing input will highlight the bottom border. Okay, so what it is saying, if the iron item contains an iron input, then it will highlight the bottom border of the input with a different color when focused. So for that I would need an iron input. For iron input, let me just maximize it. Put the same link in another tab because I just don't want to disturb the flow. What is iron item and iron, sorry, non iron input. Iron input. Here is the iron input and iron type, iron input, and type is text. Okay, got it. Let's go to our, let me create one more iron item here. Type should be text. We save it and see we have got another item here, and if I click inside this input, we can see that there is a line, bottom border or something like that, a blue colored line that is automatically coming, and this is given actually by iron item and not by iron input. So I think the thing is quite clearly visible to you. Highlight color, and I am not going to go deep into colors because there are a lot of things we can do with the colors. And now there are some code snippets that we can use in our application to test them out, to learn them in a better way. So you are free to go there, but I am not copying and pasting all the things and seeing them because we have got some more things to cover. Okay. So here the properties are given in a bit detail. The properties that we read in the descriptions above, a detailed description of them is provided here. So if we see, button is true. So when we put the attribute button here, what actually happened, let me click close this ion input and ionic cap, and let me remove this ion item as well. Let me keep things simple and remove this as well. I hope you understand all these things. They are quite easy. The thing is that we have to go through the ionic documentation quite often so that we get into a habit of it. So see guys, ion item is not clickable at present, and if we put a button, it becomes clickable. It's okay. What I want to tell you, if the button is not present, by default button is false. But if we put a button here and without any value, it will be considered as true. That's why, see, it's clickable. Now if I put button is equals to true, nothing will happen because it's by default it's true. But I can give it a value of false to disable the clicking property. So if some property is just given without any value, it will be considered as true. So button is clear. Color, I love colors, I really love colors, so let me give it a color. Primary. Why? Because blue is my favorite color. See the ion item. Will there be anything? Okay, so the ion item is colored in the primary way, and primary is blue, and I really love that color. You can also see the color of labels changing to white. I mean that the ion items is actually changing the color of the labels. And if I remove it, and let me remove it, the labels will be black. See, and what if I give it a dark color? We have seen this, so I think labels will be white. See, so ion item is getting a color for itself, and it is also giving adjustable colors to its contents. Let's move forward. Color is done. There are some 9 colors. You can play with all of them. And detail we have done detail icon. Disabled, as I think disabled must be false. What I think is, when I will write disabled, it will be true and we won't be able to click or interact with the ion item. Let me save it. And as you can see, the ion items are disabled, and this is clearly visible by the fading of the labels. See, ionic is giving me a visual element so that I know that it is faded and it is disabled. This is what UX is all about. Disabled we have done, and we can also set disabled is equals to false, and that will actually give us this is the default thing. Actually the ion items is not disabled. Let's go to the next, and that is download. This attribute instructs browser to download a URL instead of navigating to it. Okay, and okay, I will do something here. I have downloaded an image inside the assets folder that you can find here. The name of the image is product.jpg. I will use the href attribute and give the link to this image. Be aware about the link, and I will provide the download attribute. Now see what happens. If download is not given, what if download is not given? If download is not given and I click here, that the image will be displayed in a URL. Let's go back, and now let me give a download. So we have a download, and now if I click here, that same image will be the browser will give us an option to download that particular image from the given URL. So I think this demonstration can give you the right meaning of download. So okay, and see it's downloaded. Let's move on to the next. href contains a URL. Okay, we know that, we have already tested that. Lines, how the bottom border should be displayed on the item. So what is the default at present? There is a line here. Well, that's good. Can we customize it by the lines attribute? Okay, let me customize it. Let me remove the old things. Give the lines as full. I am hopeful that the lines will now span across. Okay, see the lines start from the leftmost side and go to the rightmost edge, clearly visible. And there are insert and none as well, so let me give it as none, and we all know what is going to happen. And there is no line now. So what is the mode? I think the lines is quite easy, and you can test all the options. We have already, what is insert, only one is left, so we can do it. Okay, insert is like there are some area that is left and then it starts from the label. So I think this is the default property of lines. If I remove it, there will be no change, and so insert is the default property of lines attribute. And mode, we have done that mode thing when we were learning about details. REL and okay, so REL, href, router, and all these things are actually related. Target, all these things are actually related to the link that we are going to place inside an item. And when we want to navigate to another page or do some routing, then these attributes will make sense. So I am not covering them here. We will however cover them when we will learn about routing. Then when we will be making another page, then we will definitely go through these attributes, but not for this video. Type is for button. Next comes the CSS. We are not doing CSS. You are welcome to try them out. They are quite interesting. And slots. Okay, so slots we have covered. So I think guys, iron item, we have learned quite a lot of attributes that can be customized in an iron item, and in the next video we will try to build that layout that we want in our iron list, that will contain a thumbnail and 2 labels and some more things. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next one. Thank you.